Justin Rose wins a cool 10 mil. Dustin Johnson back to world #1. But more important than any of that, Tiger Woods, the GOAT, is back. Oh, it's also Ryder Cup week. Keep watching. If you weren't watching the golf last night, you're not really a golf fan. Yes, Tiger Woods took a 3-shot lead into the final round, playing with Rory. He did his thing, he dominated, everyone was intimidated. Tiger didn't play that great, but nobody managed to compete with him. Nobody managed to play that good at all. That's the effect that Tiger Woods used to have years ago. Remember them days? Tiger Woods dressed in red, people would see him rock up at a tournament and they'd just go weak at the knees, and that's what happened last night. Rory, bad display unfortunately, but great to be walking down with the great man on that 18th hole. All those people around him, the fans, golfers, haters as well, have changed their opinion. Whether you love or hate Tiger Woods, he is huge for the game of golf, and it was so evident last night. The excitement was unbelievable. The scenes for social media, to see the amount of players staying around and congratulating Tiger. This is how important it is for the game. Dustin Johnson, he managed to creep his way back up that leaderboard. Great to see. Rory was hanging in there, but it just looked like Rory was in awe of what was going on, and hopefully he'll sort that out ready for the Ryder Cup. By the way, if the top 10 players in the world, 6 of them are playing in the American team, 4 of them are playing in the European team. This is going to be a huge, amazing Ryder Cup. I can't wait to be there, that's for sure. The only thing I will say, the chance of USA were already there last night. They're gearing up for it, and Tiger's given them a little 1-point start there by being back, being someone to be afraid of, and intimidating golfers as he used to do. We're looking at the sides matching up, 6 Americans, 4 Europeans in that top 10. They're 6-4 up. Personally, I feel it's going to be very close. Americans look great on paper, but how good are they going to be on that golf course? I was hoping we'd have the straight hitters. Last night though, Justin Rose was a bit offline. Rory not hitting many fairways. However, Justin Rose, by the way, nerves of steel. Coming down the 18th hole, he needed a birdie to win 10 million, an eagle to retain that world #1 spot, and a par or worse, he'd have lost out on that 10 million. That would have been a huge blow for him. He had a 40-foot putt, 2 putts for 10 million, and he managed to play it nice and coolly down to the hole and knocked it in for his birdie. I'm going to have a little try at that putt, and it's not easy when it means nothing, never mind on 10 mil. I am going to give you a few putting tips as well today. We're going to head over to the 18th green here at the Old Links and have a little look at that. I'm also going to have a little chat with Greg, our course manager. There's been a lot of work on the course at the moment after the challenging summer and preparing for what we don't know how winter's going to be, but make sure this course stays open and fit and in good shape all year. Let's go. So I've just come out onto the 9th green. I found Greg and his team. Lots going on, a lot of winter work happening at the moment. Tell me what you got there, Greg.
Yeah, well, this is my soil sampler because I'm a bit of a geek.
Right, soil sampler, okay.
Yeah. Just takes a little core out of the green so we can see what's going on.
So what's happening?
Well, for renovations, we booked this in a couple of weeks ago. After the summer we've had with the conditions and that, the drought conditions basically meant that the roots sort of regressed a little bit.
Right.
And then because you've got to keep your surface, you find yourself hand watering a lot, so it's kind of like shallow watering. So you end up with like some of your roots binding into the top layer there.
Oh yeah.
As opposed to sort of getting lower down.
So the roots aren't getting down effectively.
Yeah, I mean we have had good vertical rooting anyway, but we've probably had more lateral rooting than what I'd like. And that little
roots going that way rather than go down, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. And that little bit there is just holding a bit too much moisture for my liking. So we decided to basically scarify the greens this time.
Right.
Put a few holes in as well as like for top seed.
So the little holes, are they called tines, are they? Or?
Yeah, solid tines.
Solid tines, little solid tines. And then there's lots of lines across the green. Is that what you mean by the scarifying?
Yeah, that's right. So we've got a machine in on hire, and that basically just cuts a groove through that top bit there, about 15 mil deep, and just removes all that organic matter that's bound up at the top, which we can put into there some fresh seed, and then some fresh dressing, and and that seed should hopefully germinate and be allowed to root straight down vertically, as opposed to laterally and binding into the organic matter. We don't want that, we want vertical roots.
Brilliant. They want to get the roots going down for water rather than staying on the top.
That's right, exactly.
Excellent. Well, you've got a lot going on.
Sorry to... the whole team's at it. They're pretty busy. Sorry
to interrupt you. Thanks for that, Greg. I'm going to nip over and have a pot of the 18th green if that's alright. Yeah, cheers, bud. Alright. Excellent. So despite the work that's going on the greens, the ball is still rolling really nicely, and one thing Greg is always determined to do when he's doing work on the course, it doesn't affect members too much. Now, Justin Rose had that 2 putts for 10 million. It's about 30 to 40 foot in length. I'm going to have a little go at that. This is for nothing at all. See if I can make the 2 putts for 10 mil. We used to do this all the time when we were younger, didn't we? I've left myself a tricky little 4-footer there. $10 million, thank you very much. Woohoo, that was tricky. Okay, so back to a little bit of news here from St Anselm Links. We had our scratch medal on Saturday. Got that wrong. We had our scratch medal on Sunday, and congratulations Sam Stewart. 36 holes in brutal conditions. He's the scratch champion here at St Anselm Links. Saturday's competition was won by Alan Simpson, 43 points, well done. Special mention there to Steve Mellor as well. He's managed to get his handicap back down to single figures. Steve, one of the most generous and genuine guys you'll meet. So had a tough year with hip operations, and when his handicap went up, but he's managed to get his handicap back down to single figures, which has been a good year-long goal. So well done, Steve, great work. Okay, more importantly now I've been joined by our very own Tiger Woods. We've got Chris Nay with us. Thanks for joining us today, Chris. So, you've got a nice little trip planned this week, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I'm off to Portugal.
No way, he's going to Portugal. What, is it a holiday or?
No, the Gazette match play. So I'm in the semi-final on Friday.
Yeah.
Got a couple of members from all links going.
Yeah, so there's four people who've got through to the Gazette. It's a knockout. You've gone through the knockout stages. You're now into the finals in Portugal. And you've got with you 2 other members from the Old Links?
Yeah, Steve Hayes and Mark Townsend.
It's a bit of an Old Links domination, so somebody's got to get to the final, obviously.
It is, yeah. I don't think Steve Hayes wants to room with me though now.
Well, why is that, Chris?
I'm told I'm a bit of a nightmare.
Okay, good luck. Well, that's part of the tactics though. So you got semi-finals Friday.
And then potentially the final Saturday. Yeah.
And then you're going to be there still to watch the RYDER Cup on Sunday?
No, I think we're flying home. Sort of midday Sunday. So
one in there. You just cancel the flights, get watching the golf.
I know.
So you're going to win the Gazette match play. That'd be great. Who's going to win the RYDER Cup?
I've seen a good bet today, evens USA, but I'm going to go.
Believe in blue.
Believe in blue. Europe. Come on, Europe.
Thank you. Well done. Have a great weekend. Brilliant.
See you later on.
So I did promise you a couple of putting tips, so straight away I'm going to give you a nice simple 2 tips to help you putt like Justin Rose and Tiger Woods, and that's not bad. So first of all, one thing I want you to look for is your lifeline in your hand, and if we're going to put right-handed using your left hand at the top, I'm putting the putter grip right down that lifeline. And what it'll do, it just kind of locks my wrist forward. You might notice this, Justin Rose puts like this, he gets the putter right in that lifeline, and then he holds with his right hand slightly differently, but there's many different ways to hold a putter. You've got to find the right one for you. What I'm looking to do though is to try and create something where we get no moving parts, no breaking down, so the wrists don't break, the elbows don't hinge, the hands don't move around, and we keep this grip right into the lifeline there, locking that in place. And then I put my right hand on just normal and orthodox. And then the second tip, once you've got the grip correct, the second tip here is doing a Tiger Woods, and what Tiger will do, he'll hit a putt and he'll listen. Oof, just missing left bit. He won't watch that putt straight away, he'll listen for the first 2 or 3 seconds and then look up. So first bit, like I say, is getting that grip right down the lifeline in that left hand, making sure we're on line, good. And then with your right hand on, remember Tiger will hit a putt and he'll keep his head dead still, 1, 2, then have a little look. Oof. I have to say, despite the work that Greg and his team have done on these greens, a lot of work today, the finished product already is rolling really, really nicely. So yeah, if you're coming down to play in the next couple of days, don't be put off by the work that we're doing. Really firm in that left hand. and then keeping that head still for a little bit longer, and then having a little look. Is she gonna go in this time? Oh, yes. So that's all from me this week. Thanks for watching. If you are a subscriber, thank you. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button, give us a little thumbs up, hit the notification bell as well, so you make sure you don't miss out on any of my future videos, reviews, tips or giveaways. And I am going to do a few giveaways this week. Yes, I am heading to the Ryder Cup. I'm taking the camera with me. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Dan Webster Golf, Twitter at Dan Webster Golf, and Facebook Dan Webster Golf. And I'm going to be doing a few different giveaways on the different platforms, but also I will be doing a bit of vlogging whilst I'm there and trying to upload over the period of the week ahead. So this is it, Tiger's back, the Ryder Cup's here, believe in blue.